Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, hi and welcome. My name is Sarah. I've been a family nurse practitioner for a little over 5 years now, and I work in the urgent care. I've been there for a little over 2 years. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the things that I love and the things that I hate about being a nurse practitioner. So most of my videos, I try to keep them positive because in general, I really do love being a nurse practitioner. But as with any career, there are going to be those things that you love and those things that you really just don't like about what you do. So I'm going to talk about the more positive things, so the things that I love first. I'm going to talk about the negative things, and then I'm going to finish the video out on a positive note and let you guys know the last thing that I love about being an NP. So let's get started. So the first thing that I absolutely love about being a nurse practitioner is the autonomy. So I pretty much have the complete freedom to diagnose, treat, prescribe medications, and make completely independent decisions about my patient care. So I love that. That's actually the thing that really attracted me to this career in general. I work alone, me and my medical assistant, and I'm seeing patients and able to really make my own decisions with really no interference. So it's actually really nice. So the next thing that I love about being a nurse practitioner is the pay. And I'm going to add some context to that because I know that you all know, we all know that some bedside nurses absolutely make more money than nurse practitioners. And that's a fact. I've actually made more money working at the bedside as a registered nurse. But I was working a whole lot of overtime. I was traveling. I was not living the same lifestyle that I live now. I go into work. Yes, there's some stress involved, but compared to my bedside nursing days of really grinding at that bedside and picking up a ton of overtime hours to make checks that were about the same and sometimes higher, but in general about the same as what I'm making now, it was just a different lifestyle. And I can honestly say that the pay that I'm making for the amount of hours that I work, it's worth it. I'm able to live the lifestyle that I want to live. I'm able to afford the things that I like without putting in those overtime hours. And that's definitely something that I love about being a nurse practitioner. All right, I'm going to touch on something that I hate about being a nurse practitioner. And that is always being the one to initiate conversations about money. I found with every single nurse practitioner job that I've had since graduating school, none of my employers have ever approached me about a raise. And at first I thought that, okay, it must just be this employer. But then I would start at another job and I'd be there for a while and I'd notice, been here a year. No one's really approaching me with this conversation. There's no evaluations. There's no talk of a pay increase. There's no talk of anything. And then I noticed it at my third job. So I'm like, okay, at this point, this is a pattern. And I've come to the realization that if I want to raise, I'm going to be the one to have those conversations. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't love those conversations. They're a little intimidating to me. They make me a little bit nervous. I've had them now a number of times because regardless of how I feel, I'm going to approach the topic, but part of me feels like I shouldn't have to. And if you've experienced this, please leave me a comment and let me know if you've noticed this about your job as well. I'm tired of approaching the conversation. And then the response always seems to be the same. It's, well, the money's tight. We'll look into it and see what we can do, but we're not making any promises. And yeah, I get it. During COVID, yeah, but COVID's over. So what's the excuse now? When I worked at the bedside, it was never something that I had to seek out on my own. We would have our annual evaluations and then I would get a raise. It may have been minimal. Even like, I think I remember one year my raise was like 35 cents or something like that. But it's really about the principle, it's the fact that I've been working here for years, a year, 2 years, and you're not even having that conversation. So let me know in the comments if my expectations are just too high for some of these employers. I don't really know, but I don't care for the conversation, and I'm honestly tired of having it. Okay, something else that I don't really love about being a nurse practitioner is work doesn't stay at work. You're going to be taking some work home with you. Now, mind you, I do have it easier right now because I work in the urgent care. So most shifts, almost all of my shifts, I finish all my charting at work. I don't have to think about it when I get home. But I have definitely had some positions, some nurse practitioner positions where I was working, honey. I was working deep into the night. I had so many notes to take home, and I spent hours of my free time writing notes. So, in contrast, working at the bedside, you see your patients, your shift is over, done. You may never even see these patients again, and that's the beauty of bedside nursing, right? But as a nurse practitioner, oftentimes your work is going to follow you home. You're going to have to follow up with patients. It's not as, the level of responsibility is definitely higher, and you're likely going to be taking some form of work home with you until you improve your time management skills. And even if you're the best at time management, honestly, there are still going to be those occasions where, unfortunately, the unexpected happened at work and you're going to be taking some of those notes home with you. It happens to the best of us. The next thing that I absolutely hate about being a nurse practitioner is the constant feeling that the employer is trying to take advantage of me. So, something that I've encountered after becoming a nurse practitioner is my employers at all of the jobs that I've ever worked asking more and more and more of me, trying to add on responsibilities that were not listed in my contract, and pretty much trying to just like squeeze as much work out of me as possible without compensating me for it. And in the beginning, when I first became a nurse practitioner, I would make promises and I would agree to things that didn't even feel right. But I would agree to them just to appease the people who hired me. But what I learned is it never stops at just one request. It keeps going, and they keep asking more and more of you. And when you give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. So sometimes it can feel like you're constantly advocating for yourself. And sometimes it can just get a little tiring. I just wish employers would hire me and not try to like milk me dry for my skills and have me do like 10 other people's jobs as well. Now I feel much more comfortable saying no, but it could just get a little exhausting constantly being approached about all these responsibilities when you already have a full list of responsibilities, and I don't care for it. So definitely something to be aware of if you are a new nurse practitioner that's just starting out. So as promised, I'm going to finish this video out on a positive note and give you another thing that I absolutely love about being a nurse practitioner. Okay, this one's really random, but I really do love it. And obviously this is going to be dependent on where you work, but I love any type of procedure. If you guys have watched any of my come to work with me videos, anytime somebody comes into my clinic with like a laceration, I just light up. I love hands-on procedures. I love suturing. I love incision and drainage. I love anything that requires me to get my hands dirty, okay? Even something as simple as flushing out ears. I just absolutely love it. And this career has definitely given me the ability to be able to do more hands-on procedures, especially working in the urgent care. I have more access to these types of patients, and I'm able to do these procedures on a regular basis, and I just love it. It's so much fun for me. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos about my NP life. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.